Good morning. We're here today with Carol and Cammie. Cammie's holding her leash for us. And Cammie has a wonderful story to tell. We're going to help her tell the story. Carol, back in 2008, Cammie came in because she was limping, dramatically limping, not weight bearing at all on her front shoulder. And we x-rayed her at that time, and we found, she was young at the time, but we found a lot of arthritis going on. Had you ever been exposed to chiropractic work prior to my recommending us doing chiropractic work?
No.
For people or for pets?
For dogs.
Okay, so you had it yourself,
Right.
so you kind of knew that it would work, but you'd never experienced it with your dog before?
No.
So we decided to go ahead and do some chiropractic work on Cammie, along with some nutraceuticals and some products that help to increase the joint fluid. And it took a while to get that under control. I think we treated her about 7 treatments over a period of 4 months. And at the end of that period of time in 2008, she was totally normal and weight bearing again.
Yes.
Now, she's had no problems with her shoulder, even though we know she has arthritis in there. It's now 2014, October, so we're talking 6 or 7 years that she's had no problems. But something happened recently, and you brought Cammie back in, but for a different problem. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, she was playing around with Snoopy, and I heard her cry, and she wouldn't put any weight on her right back leg. So I waited 3 days and thought, well, let me see if it gets better, and she just would not put any weight on it at all. So I brought her in to see Dr. Siegel.
And we x-rayed her knee and did her examination, and the diagnosis was that she had a partial cruciate tear. That's a tear in the kneecap where the joint becomes unstable. Instead of it acting like a hinge and doing this, it had a little movement on the back end. Most of the time, those turn out to be surgical corrections, but we decided to try to do medical management for Cammie, and we started back with chiropractic work, laser, acupuncture. We went on homeopathics for anti-inflammatory. I want to mention that she had no Western drugs for this. There was no steroids, and we just used all natural remedies on her. Within the first few minutes after her treatment, she started putting her leg down. We'll be showing that video at the end. So she started putting her leg down, and I treated her again 3 days later.
Right.
And at that point, she was actually weight bearing. And she went home, and you said I treated her on a Thursday, you said by Monday when you walked her, she was fully normal and weight bearing.
Right. By Saturday, she was walking, putting weight on it. She was a little slow for 2 days, but then by Monday on her morning walk, she was walking normal. In front of me, pulling me.
Yeah, so she was excited, she wanted to go far, and there is absolutely no limp. So I took video of her presentation, I took video of her when she was better after her first treatment, and we also took a video of her at day 3, and then at the end you'll see the video of today, which is literally 1 week from the onset of her totally not weight bearing, and without having to use any Western drugs and just all natural remedies, she is back to normal and fully weight bearing.
Yep.
So what would you tell people if they asked you about their dog that had arthritis or limping or had issues?
That I would try this first. I mean, I was skeptical. I was really thinking she wasn't going to be able to go on her normal walks the way she was holding her leg up. But just after 10 days, I mean, we're back to walking normal, no steroids, no surgery. It was unbelievable.
I like that. I like to hear it was unbelievable, and yet we made it happen.
Right.
And just to kind of pull it all back together again, she still has no problems walking on her front shoulder.
Right. Her shoulders are still
And that was from
good.
2008. We know the arthritis is there. Radiographically, it's visible, but she has no pain, and she walks normally.
Right.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for letting us do our magic.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Cammie, you want to say goodbye?
Say bye,
Here,
Cammie.
take your leash.
Say bye-bye.
Tell the audience we're going to go for a walk, and off she goes. The arrows were pointing to the wavy bone that has formed below the vertebrae and has caused them all to be fused together. This is video of Cammie moments after her first treatment. When she presented, she was totally not weight bearing, and as you can see in the video, she still doesn't want to put a lot of weight on it, but she is starting to put her toe down. And as she keeps walking, she progressively puts more and more weight on her right hind leg. We were all thrilled and amazed to see what kind of progress Cammie made after her first therapy, and this was all with just holistic treatment. And here we see Cammie. This is after her second treatment, 3 days after her initial treatment. She's walking about 80% better. She takes an occasional off step on her right hind, but overall she seems pretty comfortable and she's trotting and looks pretty good to me. Cammie's mom and I are just thrilled to see the progress that she's made with just 2 treatments in only 3 days. And here we see Cammie 7 days after her initial presentation. She's had 3 treatments and she is a happy camper. It's pretty incredible that 7 days ago Cammie could not put any weight on her rear leg, and now she's trotting. And as we'll see in a minute, she feels so good she's able to actually get up on her rear legs and stand up. There she goes. And the best part was that her entire treatment was holistic.